If you're wondering what I have here, this is one of those weird videos where for some odd reason I have an AEG that I'm about to pull out of a box. And there's a reason for this. We'll kind of get into a quick backstory. I'm going to keep this completely uncut. I recently just went to Zulu 24 for Eastern Front 4 by American Milsim. And me and my buddies, I was sniping. I did have a gas blowback as a secondary. There's a whole fun story behind this in case you want to hear it. Lancer Tactical sent us out. It was really, really a fun time. Some things went up, some things went down. All the things that went down were entirely our fault, not anybody at the event's fault. That was our fault. And while I was sniping, I wanted to try and use a GBB, but I realized that a majority of these events, not only are there a lot of restrictions, which is understandable because of the style they're going for, but also, well, everybody's using these crazy, successful HPA replicas. And I decided, why not build myself an HPA replica in case for the event that I decide I don't want to snipe and I don't want to be at a disadvantage. And for some reason, I just want to lay rounds downrange and think about nothing. Because as a gas blowback user, even if you have great ones like the MWS and stuff like that, you are at a disadvantage due to round capacity. Some of these events you can't use drums. The cold is difficult. It's just, I am through and through gas blowback all the time. However, I picked up two AEGs. One here, one on the way. I'm not going to get them both. I'm going to convert one of them to HPA. I picked up two because I just want to figure out the base platforms, see how they perform if I do convert them to AEG, and then I'll sell one off later. This one I picked up used for $210 off of eBay, and the reason I wanted to film this as an unboxing, we're going to do a whole review video on it as well. Again, I don't know a whole lot about AEGs, but the reason that we're doing this is because, well, when I picked it up, everything's just like rolling around inside, and I don't like that. There should be a ton of mags with it as well. If you saw the thumbnail, you'll know, obviously, what this is. But I guess let's just get into it and hope that everything's not broken. Because whoever packaged this, just from the outside, it sounds like they did an atrocious job. This is a famous, yet replica that has existed for a very long time already. And I was watching some reviews on it. There's old reviews because it's been out for over a decade now. I believe there's a second generation that they wound up releasing, G&G. This is a G&G. And again, it's an AEG, but it will at some point be converted to HPA. Either this or the MDRX that I'll be taking a look at in the near future. Because I did pick up one of those as well aftermarket for a pretty solid price too. I think these two just slide apart. Wow, what a packing job. That is an atrocious packing job. Yeah, why would you package it like this? You didn't use saran wrap or anything. Absolutely embarrassing. And this is a company too. It's not an individual. It's a company that purchased them and then I guess sells the used products. Atrocious job. What a shame. Who packages it like this? Okay, so if you can't tell already, this is the ever so famous F2000 from G&G. Obviously, I'm a bullpup guy, which is why I picked this up. And again, for the decent price, I got 7 mags. I mean, 7 mags is kind of a killer too. These are cheap mags. I don't know what's going to be broken and what's not going to be broken. I don't even know if there's a battery with it. I have no idea. Again, like I said, I just picked this thing up aftermarket because I want to convert it to HPA. Just taking an overall look at it, I was listening to some reviews and I heard that this thing is built solid like a brick. There is some dust and stuff on it, obviously. Surprisingly, there's minimal scratches that I notice right out of the box from the way that they packaged it. It's still got the sticker on it too. Big rubber butt pad. You got the big rail up on the top. This chunky tuna fish looking grip on the base. It's very F90 reminiscent with its P90 reminiscent with its fire selector. So obviously we have safe down here. Fire, that's semi, and that's auto. Trigger is kind of mushy, but that's typical of bullpups. It's still just like an electric based trigger because it's not a GBB. This will be your takedown pin. Your mag release. Oh, that's so cool. I forgot about where the mag release is. So the mag release on these is super cool because all you have to do is grab the mag, and the aspect of like pushing this up is your mag release. That's under a tight spring. Oh, you barely have to, with that in, how much do you have to press that? Just a little bit. So if you just grab it, that's nice. The mag is also super sturdy in there. Forward and backwards, no rattle. Right and left, no rattle. Where's our hop up? Oh, is it? Trying to figure out where the hop up was. I forgot how they adjusted it. Is it back through here? Yeah, it is. Okay, so you just pop this little cap up, and then you can adjust your hop up wheel. I think it's just these dials. Something with one of these dials. I'm gonna have to do some research on this because I don't want to just mess around too much. We have a flip up rear sight, which is cool. It looks like it's windage adjustable, which I probably won't be using. I actually have a scope that I plan on using, whichever one that I decide to keep. I don't think the charging handle does anything except move forward and backwards. I don't think there's like any reason for it to exist other than the fact that it's just there. It's super spongy with a weak spring, and it's made entirely of plastic. So it's just really there for looks. It is cool. Fun little fact about this, like the actual real steel variation in here, it looks like it's just complete mock-up. Yeah, it's a mock-up, and this is entirely closed, but your rounds actually eject out of the inside of here and then fall out the front. Obviously, being airsoft, that's not going to happen, but it's a cool little design feature, so it's not like flying out next to you. It kind of like pulls up and pushes them out the front as you're firing. It's got a decent weight to it. It's very back heavy. Like if you're holding it by the grip, it kind of just wants to tilt towards the rear. It's not the worst when it's in your hands. Maybe like a suppressor up in the front will help solve that problem. It looks like, what the heck did they do? I don't know if you could see that. Looks like they just like over tightened that on. And like there's like rubber peeling back. Maybe that's just an O-ring that's like trapped in there. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I bet you they glued this on. I hate when companies do that. You don't have to glue it on. It's only legal for shipping purposes. You don't actually have to keep that on there. Oh, is this the... Is there a way to get that to pop out? Oh, there it is. That would be like your ejection. There's no hole still. It's just kind of like you could pop it open and closed. Something to keep in mind. There's a sling point up in the front right. Sling point up in the front left. Here's your mock gas block. And then I think to take it down, you just push this forward and the entire upper and lower will separate. I don't know if the barrel was supposed to... Oh, I guess the barrel's supposed to come out because that's... Yeah, I guess it is supposed to separate because the hop-up is still stuck in there. I'm not going to do too much on this. I'm going to do some research first, and then I'll come back and start messing about. Again, like I said, AEGs are not something that I am all that familiar with, so I don't want to break anything or cause any issues. What did I do? How do I get that through there? I have no idea what I did. I can't get the pin back in. Very interesting. It's almost like you have to go up. That pin's not supposed to be able to come out all the way, I don't think. It did come out all the way. I'm going to have to figure that out. All right. Overall packing job, atrocious. Overall look and feel, it's not bad. It's kind of cool. I just kind of want to give you guys an idea. I intend on HPAing one of these. I went for both bullpups, both of which are already really difficult to HPA. They aren't like drop and fit from my understanding. I'm going to have to talk to a couple people who are a little bit more well-versed on it than I am, and then hopefully we can build a cool bullpup replica that I can start to HPA and I can use as like a secondary or like, you know, just a backup when I do go to these games and choose not to like snipe, or I choose not to challenge myself with the GBBs and I just want to get lazy and play out in the dark, something like that. When it gets really, really cold out, that will be cool. Hope you're excited. Kind of diving into a market that I am not familiar with and I want to learn. I'm very excited to learn, so that's cool. I'm going to see if I can get that pin in and then we'll go from there. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.